What's up, guys? Welcome back to finally another episode of Dino Defender Wisdom. I'm sorry it's been a bit. I have no excuse for it being a bit. I've just been I've been very lazy. You know, I've been a bit of a chud this past summer, but I'm back. You know, we're doing this again, and it's gonna be fire. A lot has happened. The past like what has it been, like 2 or 3 months, I think. Shit. Yeah, the last one was in like April, so I'm very sorry about the wait. Again, I've been very lazy, but that's all right. Oh shit. I see you, motherfucker. God damn it. But yeah, let's see. So what has happened? Prom happened back in May. That was pretty fire. Better than homecoming. There was some drama that happened on homecoming that made it, I don't know, made it into a strange experience. But yeah, prom was good. I don't know. There's I do have kind of a funny story from that. So my girlfriend's mom, she's a bit of a chud when it comes to like deadlines and shit, right? And my girlfriend had her dress picked out and everything, and then she asked her mom like a week before if she had actually ordered the dress, and she was like, "Oh shit, I forgot." And she was pretty mad at that, and I get that part. And then she was like, "No, we got to go out to a local place and get a dress, and it's not going to look as good, and I'm going to look like a chud." And I was like, "You're going to look fine. Like, I'm sure you will." And mind you, I asked her like multiple times as well, because like she says she's got it, and she's like, "I don't really like it that much. I'm going to look like a chud." And I was like, "No, you're not." Right? And then she finally gets the fucking thing, and I asked to see it multiple times. You bitch. I asked to see it multiple times, and she just doesn't. I guess she just kept forgetting. I'm not sure. But anyways, prom actually rolls around this time, and I see her prom dress, and it's like the prettiest fucking thing I've ever seen her wear. One of them, at least. Like it was super pretty. It looked so good on her, and I was like, "What the fuck, bro? All that for nothing." I guess maybe that's just a girl thing. See, I'm not a chick, so I wouldn't get that. But yeah. Anyways, that happened. I went to Alaska. That was pretty awesome. I really liked how Air Canada just stole like all of my personal data. Because I had to like sign into their bullshit app for like free Wi-Fi, and had to read like millions upon millions of terms of service, and yeah, they were definitely stealing my data. For sure. That's okay, I guess. I got to watch fucking YouTube on my phone on the way there, so that was cool. Nothing else like, I mean, obviously, like, I had a really good time, but I don't really know if I have any funny stories. Oh yeah, I had like a salmon donut. It was a donut with like salmon spread. And at first you might think it's disgusting, but genuinely, like, that was one of the best things I've ever eaten. It was so good. And all my family, like my mom, my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister tried it, and then my aunt, uncle, and my two cousins were eating it, and one of my cousins, he was he had it, and I was like, "Yo, give me a bite." And then I deadass just kind of like stole it from him. I kept like, I just held on to that shit. I don't think he cared, but you know, it was so good. And then I had more salmon spread later, at this like pizza place, and what was it? It wasn't Skagway. Where the fuck was that? Oh, it was Anchorage. That's right. Um, had some more with some bread. I think I'm a salmon guy now. I don't know. Again, it wasn't like actual salmon. It was like a salmon spread, like I said. But that shit was really good. What else happened in Alaska? My uncle pissed like every 15 minutes. That was pretty funny. He loves to travel, but he gets stressed out a lot, and then he tends to piss relentlessly. But you know what? That's okay. I think that's all that happened there. G-Fest happened. That was fire. Met a ton of my friends there. Not a lot of super close friends. I mean, I met Mr. Dodo, but I really only talked to him for like 5 minutes, which kind of sucked. Because he left pretty early, and I was only able to talk to him. But yeah, that was fire. And then I talked to well, I got to meet I touched the actual Mr. Dodo figure with my bare hands. You guys might have seen that picture. That was an experience. That was awesome. I really fuck with that. And yeah, I got to see the real face of Mr. Dodo. Got to hear his voice. Because Mr. Dodo is he's a very mysterious entity. But I managed to know everything about him. And then of course I met pretty much everyone else was like an Instagram friend. Well, actually Eric was not like really an Instagram friend. I've known him for a while. Great guy. Eric, if you're watching this, I love you. I really hope to see you again, because yeah, that was awesome. I got to see, just like the actual Mr. Dodo, I got to see Gizzard in hand. I wish I got to touch him, but that's okay. Yeah, that was fire. I met Kikizilla, or Aiden. That was cool. He didn't really know me, I don't think. But that was pretty sick to meet him. And then also Caesar was there. Or Artsy Dilo. Some of you might not know him. Some OG people might. But that was cool. I really only know. I know him mostly from the Akpat City's Mountain Monster video, the crayfish ghost one. That was most of my exposure to him. I knew a little bit about him before, but like not a lot. Like pretty much all my knowledge of him comes from the Mountain Monsters video, which I think is all right. But super cool. Met the Spino dude again. As always, he gave me a fist bump. He even like recognized me, which was fire. I mean, we met at last G-Fest, and we both follow each other on Instagram, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but it was still cool. It was cool to be recognized in the wild, even though I don't know. It's pretty obvious that you should be able to know who I am. And yeah, a lot of my Instagram friends, who a lot of you guys here on YouTube probably won't know, but like Nutty Bacas or Bacas, I don't even know how to say his Instagram name, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, a lot of them who I wasn't like incredibly good friends with them, but you know, they're still chill as fuck. And it was awesome hanging out with them. Hopefully a raptor attack, as she has said before, can come next year. That would be awesome. So, fucking, what is his name? Andrew Tate got arrested. That was a close call. Holy shit. Got arrested recently for like fucking 40 counts of grape. That's crazy. I don't know if I should be censoring it for YouTube, but I am anyways. How the fuck do you have 40 counts of that shit? That is crazy. And his brother only had like 2 from what I heard. Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw that coming. But, he was deadass wearing like the gayest outfit. Like, he's such an alpha male, like, red-pilled guy. And he's wearing like a purple blazer and like cut off slacks. I don't even know what to call them. I'll put a picture up on screen if I remember. But yeah, that shit was so funny. Like I reposted it, and I deadass said, just called him a faggot in my repost like note thing on Instagram, because like, what? Yeah, Andrew Tate's a faggot. That's all I gotta say. And that video just kind of proved it. Let me think. You gotta be a fat fuck if you're door dashing McDonald's. You gotta be a fat fuck if you're using DoorDash in general. Like, I don't know. Maybe if it's, your birthday or something, and you just, you want to have a chill day at home, fine, order that DoorDash queen. But, like, you're DoorDashing every day? What are you doing? Like, if you can't take the 5-minute drive to Dairy Queen, you're doing something wrong. Like, dead ass. Again, like I said, you're a fat fuck. And it's also like draining your bank account. Dudes be like, oh, they're all stressed about money, and then they're ordering DoorDash. Like, your $10 McDonald's order is gonna cost $35 because you decided to DoorDash it because you're too lazy to get off your fat fucking ass and drive to get your goy slop. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? And they probably like nutted in your fries too. So it's not even worth it. And you got a tip too. Well, I guess I included that in my $35 thing. Whatever. But yeah, you got a tip, you got to pay for the actual like DoorDash fee as well or whatever. Like, it's not worth it. And it's probably going to take longer to get to you too. With the DoorDash shit. Maybe? I don't know. Probably. Like, come on, man. Yeah, DoorDash, like, that shit's... That's kind of... It's corny. It's very corny. Anyway, what else to talk about? There's this outlet mall that I drive to sometimes. Well, I don't drive to. Whenever we're going to my uncle's house, we sometimes stop there because my sister wants to buy more shit that she doesn't need. But I say that as a figure collector, but that's different. But what am I saying? But yeah, that outlet mall is a piece of shit. Like, it's probably 50 years old or something. Every square inch of the fucking road is cracked and has like a million potholes. And it's like dead ass always been like that, and it just gets worse and worse. Like, bruh, I don't know. Shit's terrible. And the stores aren't even that good. It's like the most generic like shit, And I'm not saying you can't shop at these places, but like everything's boring. It's like there's a Skechers, there's a fucking Land's End, there's Under Armour, That's like it, right? I mean, obviously there's more. And there's also like a fucking mini golf place, like in the middle of the parking lot. Why? What the fuck? It's the weirdest place. Oh, I'm cooked. Never mind. Yeah. Fuck that. I don't even know. I don't even remember what it's called. I don't care. Because like I said, that shit sucks. So Raptor Attack in her new like Minecraft series thing, in her own Raptor Attack wisdom, says that she's going to be editing out her burps, and she thinks that mine are disgusting for some reason. Which in response to that, there you go. Yeah, fuck no. My burps are actually like a protective like sigil over my entire bloodline. So actually, don't fuck with me. Yeah, there's no way I'm not doing that. I was gonna continue on with this. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, that series is pretty good. You guys should check it out. Though the past two videos, I think, have like, I really liked that one video you made, Raptor, where it was just you. It was kind of like what I'm doing right now. It was, you were just walking around and you were talking. Now the past two videos being about what even was that? Was it, did you call it like the Grinch sheep or something? I don't know. Or Sasha was like a rabbit sheep or something. Those were funny. But, I don't know. I missed the talking already. So, I don't know. Don't listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. But, yeah, that would be fire. Because, I like listening to that kind of shit. As I know a lot of people like Dino Thunder Wisdom, right? Probably for the same reasons. If you download Wiz, you probably want to be groomed, or are the groomer. Because if you don't know, Wiz is like a dating app, but for like high schoolers. So immediately you already know that's a bad idea. I knew this chick. She was a senior, and she met like all of her guys. All of the dudes she dated were like all from Wiz. And then she like breaks up with him like 2 weeks later. That's some shit she'd always do. She'd always be with this guy, and then like 2 weeks later she was like, that guy gave me fucking trauma. It's like, bro, you met this dude on Wiz. What do you expect? You know? We just cleared the map. But I'm gonna do this again. But yeah, like, I've never heard anything good about Wiz. Like, you are asking to be groomed if you're downloading Wiz. Maybe just go out and talk to people. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that I probably gained like 10 extra pounds in Alaska. I swear I did. Because obviously I was on a cruise ship, right? And I was eating like a fat fuck. And then of course I'm eating like salmon donuts, like I said. Yeah, no, I definitely gained like 10 extra pounds. Cause like, I think I've mentioned this before, but I've been getting like hella moob recently, and I swear that my boobs like increased, and now I feel like a freaking woman. And then also I got like hella boof as well. Like my belly has gotten bigger and rounder and gassier, so that's pretty crazy, you know. Speaking of that, me and Max had like a very like intellectual conversation about what different what different Godzilla designs, like what their cocks would look like. And different Godzilla kaiju. I propose the idea that Gigan probably has a robo penis, and his pubes are like spikes instead of hair. We had a pretty heated debate about whether King Ghidorah has 3 penises, right? Because he has 3 heads. Personally, I think he would have 2, kind of like his tail. And I think 2 of them would take turns using them, and the third head, two heads would be using them, and the third head would be off to the side smoking a joint. That's what I said. I stand by that theory. I think it it holds up pretty well. What else were we talking about? Shin Godzilla. Oh yeah, Shin Godzilla would definitely give you an STD, right? And -1. I didn't say this to Max, but Max came up with the idea that his atomic breath would have atomic sperm, and it would shoot out and laser your vagina to death. But I would also think, since his dorsal plates jut out before he's about to blast his shit. I was thinking what if his balls drop before he lets it all loose. I feel like that would make sense, But yeah, that was pretty awesome conversation. Oh yeah, and then I low key admitted to Max that I had a small penis, which is partly true. Low key, I'm a grower, not a shower, right? I'm just gonna say that. I don't know. I've never really been insecure about my cock, low key. I was for a little bit when I was younger, and then I think it was in 7th grade. I used to be really into watching skateboard videos and skateboarding vlogs, and in one of them, the main dude, he was sitting down and he was filming, and his, how when you're wearing jeans and they low-key bunch up when you're sitting down, and it makes you look like you have a rock hard penile. Some dude walked over and he was like, "Yo, dude, I can see your boner." And he was like, "Nah, bro, these are just my jeans. My dick is small. You wouldn't even be able to see it." And from that moment, I was like, "Oh, well, if this guy is not ashamed, maybe I shouldn't either. I can just joke about that." And then I just stopped being insecure. I think his YouTube was Dr. Skipwith or something. So thank you, dude. Genuinely stopped me from being insecure about my cock. But yeah, I don't know. I guess if he can joke about it like that, why shouldn't I? I just began to embrace it, because again, it's not small when it's fully grown. So I think it's fine. Totally fine. Let's see. What else should I talk about? I just admitted to an audience about my cock size. I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, some people might say that's TMI. It probably is, but I know some people also won't care. I don't know. It's vital information. Maybe, okay, you guys better lock that in, because I've had this idea for a long time that when I'm dead, well, before I die, I'm going to make a Kahoot game, right? We all know what Kahoot is, and basically it's gonna be all about questions. It's gonna be all questions about my life, and whoever gets the most right will get my will. So they'll inherit all of my money. And maybe that'll be a question on there. Was Zane a grower or a shower? and then you'd have to pick one, and that, yeah. So basically, in like 70 years or something, when I die, maybe earlier, who knows? Maybe I'll no, I'm not gonna say that. I might get never mind. But I don't know. Whenever I die, just be prepared for that, okay? Because I dead ass would like to do that. That would be fire, right? I wonder if my grandma has written her will yet. My mom would always get on my grandma's ass for like not writing, or she didn't even have a will, right? And she would always be like, "Yo, dude, like, just write down on a fucking piece of paper what we're gonna do with your shit when you die," because again, she was just like never written that down. So can I get this guy? Fuck. Yeah, no, it's not happening. But yeah, that was a big thing for a while. I don't know. I still don't know if she did that or not. What if cornhole was just like two dudes bent over, and you had to like throw the beanbags in their ass? That would be awesome. Anyway, in 3rd grade, I used to think I had ADHD. Because I read, as a lot of people probably have, I read a lot of Captain Underpants? What the fuck am I saying? Captain Underpants, Dogman. And I learned a lot about the author, Dave Pilkey. And you talked about how he has ADHD, and how he'd get distracted in class a lot. And I made a lot of comic books in 3rd grade, just like him. I would especially get distracted in class. Now, that was mostly in math class. Any other ones they were pretty fine. It's only because I hated math, and I just never wanted to do it, and so I would zone out. And my mom would scream at me for that, but yeah, anyways, because of that, I thought I had ADHD. Really, I probably don't. No, I definitely don't. Now I just have ADHD, though. And now I just get distracted by cock all class instead of, like, other things. But, yeah. Now, do I have autism? That's a question that all of my friends would say yes to. But I'm not trying to LARP autism. I'm still never gonna say that I do have it. I might, maybe, I don't know. My girlfriend is convinced, and I always ask her, like, why do you think that? Because I'm just curious, and she's like, look at your fucking room, like it's obvious. And I don't know, maybe. I guess it just depends. I'm surprised, like, no one even like thought of it. That's a scary sight. Maybe I can get it from here. But I'm surprised, like, no teacher or anything, like, thought of that when I was younger. I mean, a dinosaur-obsessed kid, like, that's pretty normal, but I don't know. I could spell Therizinosaurus before I could properly spell my last name. So, you can decide on that. I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to LARP, Anyway, I'm probably going to do a Q&A soon, since my last one was a year ago. I want to kind of like Raptor Attack and other YouTubers. I do kind of want to do one like every year. That seems pretty fun. So, I have to ask my girlfriend if she wants to be in it again. But we'll see. I've also had the idea of maybe starting the series on the main channel of just like reviewing books, like mostly books from like my childhood and stuff, and maybe just going through them. either making fun of the art or like maybe I could reminisce on the artwork and stuff. If you guys want to see that, let me know. They definitely be longer videos because I like to yap, but I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of interesting. So we'll see. I was reading through a book recently that I got at a thrift store, and I had a lot of art from Jan Sovak, which is an artist that I saw a lot of art from my childhood. There was one book in particular that had a lot of his stuff. It wasn't the book I got. I still want to find that book eventually. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, that's not important. But and so I was kind of reading that to myself, and I was kind of thinking about it. It was low-key, it's kind of cringy to say, but I was like commentating on it to myself, and you know, I was like, shit, I can make a cool YouTube video about this. I also have another book that I thrifted once, and it has a lot of like really strange dinosaur art. That'd probably be like the first one I make, because it'd be pretty funny to talk about. So we'll see. I don't know, but again, if you guys want to see that, comment below. Let me know, because I feel like it'd be fire. I want to know what to call it as well, like Zane, or no, like Down on Offender book reviews, Down on Offender book club. That's kind of fire, but also like corny at the same time. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll wait and see. I'm getting a new desk soon, so when I get that, I'll probably turn it into like a, you know, my book recording studio. Yeah. I swear I had another like concept for a video series, but I don't remember what that could be. You're just running into my gun, bro. It's a good tactic too. I can't even shoot him. There we go. Holy shit. We'll get one more. And do you guys think Medusa's bush was made out of snakes? Because obviously, like, the hair on her head was. But, like, did that also apply to her bush? I don't know. I would not want to eat her out, though, in fear of getting bit. Anyway, in 2020, my sister used to be, like, deathly afraid of bees. Now, she was still, like, fairly young, but it was, like, ridiculous. Because, you know, it was 2020, so it was lockdown time. And we're all inside, we're doing schoolwork. And every day, my mom would send me and my sister out to just go outside, get some fresh air. We'd go in the backyard, wouldn't, like, you know, go anywhere else, because that was practically illegal. But, yeah, we'd do that. We'd go in the backyard, fuck around, and then it would all be chill, and then my sister would suddenly get a glimpse of just the absolute hint of a bee, or a wasp, or deadass, like, even a yellow insect. It was crazy. And it's not like she was ever, like, afraid of bees. Like, she got stung once when she was pretty little, and, like, I think that's it. So she doesn't have any trauma, you know, from bees. And it wasn't like this never... It's not like this ever happened. But... Wait, what the fuck was I saying? It's not like, you know, this is a common thing. It just suddenly happened. And it was ridiculous. Like... Again, like I said, like... Even if it was a bumblebee, which... is totally harmless, she'd cry about it, and then she'd run back into the house. And I was like, well, fucking thanks, bro. And they weren't, like, going around her they could be like on the top of the house, and she'd be terrified. And we had like a little swing set kind of thing, and in on the top of it there was like a little clubhouse sort of like indoor thing. I don't know how to describe it. And she'd always hide up there. And I think what makes it funnier is that there was dead ass like a wasp nest in there. At least I know there was at some point. I don't know if it was at that point of time, but yeah, that was funny. I remember my mom was like so sick of this, and that she made it, my sister wear like what are they like, I don't know, like mosquito repellent like little bracelets thing. Like they have like pheromones on them or something that like scare mosquitoes away, but she made her wear those because she was so fed up with that. It was the strangest era, bro. Like, again, I don't know why she ever was like that. But yeah, it stopped after a couple months, and now she's just like, I don't know. She still freaks out if there's like a small bug in her room. Kind of like my girlfriend. Whenever we're in my room, not my room, my pool, you know, obviously there's going to be some like dead bugs, and she like hates them. Even when they're, you know, like dead. There's this one corner of the pool where we fold the pool cover like over onto that side, and she never wants to go in that area because apparently that's where all the bugs are. Even though I never really see any over there, I guess that's just where she decided they live. And that's a spot with like all the shade too. Like she's kind of missing out, but whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna end this here. Thank you for tolerating the wait. Like I said, let me know if you want to see that series on the book, because the book review series, because it's pretty interesting. I've always kind of wanted to make that a series like that. But anyways, yeah, more of these to come. Hopefully, I don't want another hiatus. I when I first started this series, I wanted to do like one wisdom video like a month, and I had it going pretty good, but obviously I was kind of slacking a little. So could someone explain to me why every time I finish making a wisdom video, my whole body is like stiff? Why does that happen? It's not because I'm filming this at like 11 o'clock at night. It like always happens, even during the day. Strange? I don't know. I think it's because I just like sit in the same position the whole time. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, what do you think? I don't know either. I'm shirtless right now. Good night, everyone.